their children play on her, lay on top of her, read books to her, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, did have her declawed. So, no, just so I have to strip the bones. Tina is older; she's 17 years old. So we do try to remove the bones just to help her digest it a little easier. Just have a little easier time and run any or not run the risk of her. And not run the risk of potentially damaging anything inside of Tina or anything. So Tina, unfortunately, she is declawed, and so with declawing, what that does to the cat is originally cats walk on their tiptoes. This is kind of how they walk, and the last digit or bone in the digit of the finger is actually the claw. So when you declaw the cat, you're actually breaking or cutting that off, and what that causes is the cat to move from this tiptoe walking style to more flat-footed. And you can kind of see Tina's a little hobbly. Walks a little gingerly, and the reason for this is not only because of her age, but she also is developing arthritis, which is a common thing that happens when you declaw these animals. So Tina does have a little bit of arthritis, and she does get some supplements like glucosamine to help with that every day. Tina, come here. You gonna talk to us? Tina, come back here. So
I'm done with you.
She usually walks in and walks out every now and then. So with Tina, she is obviously very famous to us just because of that vocalization. That's a very interesting characteristic with these animals. They do make a lot of vocalizations, but it's kind of interesting that she talks as much as she does. Come here, Tina. Come here. Come here.
No.
So it is interesting, and that's just who Tina is. We don't know why she does it. That's just that's her personality. That's what she does. And what this has allowed us to do is we did have a researcher from MSU, Missouri State, come out to do, Tina, you gonna come out all the way, or you're just gonna hang out right there? So he did come out and do some tiger vocalization work. So they recorded the animals, and obviously Tina was kind of the star. It's very easy to get vocalization from her, right? And so, there you go. And so when he concluded, what happened was there was a group in India that actually contacted this researcher. No, are you just telling the story for me? So there was a group in India that contacted this researcher and asked for some vocalizations of a female tiger. The reason for this was there was a male tiger that was encroaching on a village over in India. And the reason for this is just that habitat loss. They're having to move further and further into territory they wouldn't usually go. This never ends well. It typically ends with the death of the cat and will commonly occur death of the human or an injury of a human. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. And what they did was they actually took Tina's vocalizations, they played them over a megaphone, and were able to draw this male cat into a roll cage and actually relocate it. So Tina's actually saved the life of another tiger. It's hard to tell if she knows that or not. I think she does. She's pretty proud of herself. She knows. That's why she likes to talk. But we just like to think Tina tells her own story. And we just don't know what she's saying. Alright, I know.
Do you think that thing that like tells what your house cat is saying could work on that?
And even with Tina at her advanced age, so you can see, with as these tigers get older, they do lose bone density and muscle mass, and that's why she's another reason why she kind of walks a little gingerly. But even with her, she is still can be a very dangerous animal for us, even being declawed. So even as much as we like Tina, and as much as we'd like to go and pet her and reward her for being as cool as she is, we will never be inside this enclosure with Tina, just for our safety and hers. So, all right, Tina. Well, do you guys have any questions about her?
How old did you say she was when you got her?
So we got Tina when she was about 12 when we got her, about 10 to 12 years old. Now she's 17, so she's a little bit older. She did originally go to a zoo before coming to us, and then we did take her from that zoo. So she's had a few different homes, but now she's with us. She does seem to be pretty happy. She likes being up here. You'll see her enclosure. This isn't all of her enclosure. It does stretch down the hill, down the way down here.